friends, Jay, Travel by Jay. We're here on our weekly episode of Between Departures.
Yep.
I have myself, Jay, your host, and my beautiful co-host, my wife, Soraya.
Hi, everyone.
And guess what? We literally are between departures. You know, today we normally like to get things out a little sooner, but guess what? You know what? We were traveling. Sarah Grant's coming from a nice cold place.
Oh my God, freezing.
God, we went from, for what it's worth, from 14 to 64. Which
totally
is,
okay with.
Trust me, it's like winter to summer, legitly.
I know it's winter in Florida because anything below 70 degrees is like winter, but
It's life-changing too.
it is life-changing to anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take 64 to that 14 degrees we had been waking up to.
You know,
Sure.
you know, it's great. I know it's always worth it. We actually went out to our youngest grandson's to his birthday, celebrate his 6th birthday, little guy Henny. So we actually had a chance to enjoy him. And we got a chance to see the families in the other side and how they live in the cold. So, but it was a great weekend. I ain't gonna say a weekend because we were there a week.
We were there a week.
Can you believe it?
I know.
A week has gone by.
As much as I enjoyed what we did and where we stayed, because the Airbnb that we stayed at was very comfortable, I kind of missed my bed.
Kinda? I did. I tell you, I love to go, but I do love to come back. It's always good.
Yeah.
It's always good. You know, I mean, when we travel, we do different things, and, you know, we get a chance to meet a lot of different people. And it's funny because I'll tell you, we were up in the Salt Lake City area, and right now it's cold. And when I say cold, I mean, I opened the door a couple mornings, and it was life-changing. I'm a Floridian now. Don't even play with me.
Oh, good Lord.
Coming from California was great. Florida was even better. Now I can't take anything below.
Right.
So this is my thing. If the temperature is below my age, I'm not playing with it, right? I don't need to be there.
Is that the new rule?
That is my new rule. That is our new rule. I mean.
Thank God I'm only 4 months younger than you.
Right. Let's do this thing for real. You know, but it was great. It was great to enjoy to get out and do something different. I mean,
Absolutely.
We hadn't seen beautiful snow-capped mountains. It was great.
Yep.
You know,
I agree.
Which is a good thing. But, you know, one thing that I heard out there, and I heard it from more than one person just kind of speaking to people, and they're like, oh my God, because during the winter time, I'm like, what do you guys do in the winter? Oh, it's cold. It's cold. There's not much to do outside. I mean,
there's a lot of square footage in those homes.
And that's why the homes are bigger than game rooms, but I do understand that. I mean, and so I had a conversation with somebody, and it's like, why do we like to travel, and why should we travel? Mm-hmm. And when they were telling me that it was more of a thing for them during the wintertime, because it's cold, they just work at home, they feel a little bit more depressed. And that's the way the feel goes. Mm-hmm. And I was just it just kind of brought some things to me that, you know, I want to bring out, and I want to discuss.
You hadn't thought of before either, because again, you lived for a very long time in a place that has the perfect weather.
San Diego, yes.
90% of the year.
Yes.
You know, beautiful sunshine and everything else.
Yep. My winter was a pullover hoodie with shorts and flip-flops.
There you go.
That was my tough winter.
Right. Well, the people who have lived in winter places, and I know I did. I lived in Omaha, Nebraska for many years. The tough winter months are brutal, you know? It's not just the cold, but then it's like there is no sunshine for days. And then if you have snow, then it looks like it's 10 o'clock at night by noon or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and you know, as human beings, we need sunshine. We need that vitamin D.
That's kind of tough. I mean,
it's tough.
I mean, how, you know, people live there for years and years and decades. Kids are growing it, you know, they're born there, they grow into it, they get used to it. Yeah. You know, our grandsons are they're like, I'm like, what do you like to be, here or in San Diego? It's like San Diego, because it's different for them.
Yeah, it's completely different.
But it is a mental impact there. I mean,
absolutely.
And it got me to thinking, we were discussing it, where when it comes down to traveling, people always want to ask, why do you travel? Why should you travel? And so forth. Yeah. I think during a time like this, or a place that you recognize that it could be tough on you sitting at home day in and day out.
Yeah.
I do understand when people come to South Florida, whether it's 2 weeks,
Yeah.
whether it's, or for the 6 months where they come and they get out of the harsh winter months, because it is brutal and it takes a toll on you, and it's a part of your mental health.
Do a lot of like physical things, so you're not, getting that energy boost. You're not getting that sunshine. It becomes very monotonous. So yeah, you got to do something. I mean, whatever it takes, whether you want to take a warm vacation or whether you want to take weekenders, or even if you want to do a staycation at, a closer type of area to where you're at. All those things should actually count.
Yeah, when we think about it, and you never really thought about it because I've never truly been in that environment where I had to live or stay or whatever.
Yeah.
And so
It's tough.
it is a mental thing to where, God, how, you're having day in and day out of this, this hamster wheel. It's bad enough that we're on a hamster wheel. As it is in life, kids, school,
society.
But to be able to get away and bring a little bit of sunshine to your life, it has to be able to give you a little boost.
Absolutely.
I mean, to where you're sitting there and you're thinking about spring when it comes. Because I know in a few days, we're going to be looking at whatever the
Punxsutawney Phil.
Whatever what's the groundhog?
Punxsutawney Phil.
Okay, whatever it is, we'll call him Little Phillips for short. PT, right? Or TP. I mean, but that is something that we're going to find out to where we're going to have a longer winter or not. And looking at this weather and you seeing this cold front come through our country and how much lower it's getting, and it's changing. So, that's going to change people's capacity, their mental capacity.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that it's going to be tough for people.
Now you know why Punxsutawney Phil receives so many threats. If he sees his shadow, because then it's 6 more weeks of winter.
God, I like our 6 more weeks of winter because that means we don't get the humidity down here. And I think it's great down here, but to be able to see that, it is tough. And so when you're talking about that, the mental thing, it allows you to be able to, rejuvenate yourself or get that energy or coming down and just sun. How many of you guys ever sat outside in the sun? That's why I like going to the beach. You just sit there and you take the sun in and you just relax the sun on your face.
Make sure that you wear some sunblock though, because you still got to protect the face and the skin and everything else. So,
but
but it's also to get out of that monotony, that boring. Take the kids to school, pick up the kids from school, go to work. Come back from work, cook dinner, do homework, shower, blah blah blah, and it's do all over again. I mean, even you and I get into a routine, and even though we are empty nesters and we omit the taking kids to school and doing homework and blah blah blah, we do tend to.
By the way, empty nesters.
But we do tend to, get into these routines, and it's like, okay, we can feel it. Like you and I can feel it. It's like, okay, it's time to go somewhere or take a weekend or, do whatever it is we need to do.
We recognize that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a way of like, even in our relationship, it's a way to hit that reset button, right? So we fall off the grid as much as possible, and then we reconnect with each other. So, yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. I mean,
remind each other why we like each other.
Absolutely. So can you imagine? I mean, imagine all these stressors with the added layer of the winter weather coming through.
Yeah.
But you know what? Just think about the pressure if the pressure that comes along on a relationship.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
And and we're, even though the focus when people say a relationship, they're always thinking husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, your significant other, your spouse. That's great, but even the fact that you may be dealing with other relatives or dealing with your kids, God knows you can't get rid of them till they turn 18 and then you give them the boot. But anyway, but that puts a strain.
Yeah.
That will put a strain on our relationship.
Absolutely.
I think we're blessed to be able to make the decision to be where we are at this point in life. But
we did do the other stuff.
We
for
did
many years.
We did the other stuff, and I could only imagine, me dealing with my kids. God knows they're grown now, but dealing with them at that point in life, and it was cold, and I could not kick them out of the house.
Oh, dang.
You know what I mean? Meaning like, hey, guess what? Don't you got some friends to go play with? Hey, don't you want to go hang outside, go throw the ball around, go do whatever? Because they used to do that, even all year long. Even when off season, when my daughter played softball, son played baseball, I coached. But even during the off season, they would be, because they would see me come downstairs and they're like, this dude's going to make me go outside. And they're like, hey, where are you going? Oh, we're going to go toss the ball around a little bit. I mean, just to work it out, but even just to get out of the house and be in the sun. I mean, but that's something. But, and that the strains that it will come on that relationship, as a significant other is crazy. Yeah. But that's why vacations or getaways or whatever they are, whether it's an overnighter, you get out with your partner, and sometimes you just disconnect.
And the funny thing is that
disconnect so you can reconnect in that sense.
Because I find something that is so completely crazy. There's we treat travel like it's a reward when it should be treated like it's your medicine, Again, it's like if you have a headache, you take Tylenol. If you have a stomach ache, you take Pepto-Bismol. If you have, if you had diabetes, you would take whatever it is to make sure that your sugar level is low or stays normal. So why can't we take vacations like what it really is? It's something we need. It's a reset button. It's, giving you that breathing moment, that being able to catch yourself. And funny, I was talking to somebody else this weekend and they were commenting on how they felt guilty doing nothing, They felt unproductive. They felt like they needed to be doing something at all times. And it's like, why? You gotta also listen to your body.
And what was that in relationship to meaning doing nothing?
No, I mean, we're just talking about, how this person gets up very early in the morning, and as soon as they get up, they have to go, because it's like you can't just sit around and do nothing. So yeah, and that's the funny part. It's like, but there's nothing wrong with just sitting down and watching a movie, or going away for the weekend and sightseeing or not, or sitting by on a lawn chair or a lounge chair on a beautiful pool, with an umbrella drink or whatever it is. We look at life as having to do and be on that rat race at all times. So we tend to think there's no time for vacation. There's no time for, a weekender. There's no time, because we got to take care of the kids and we got to take care of the house. And then we got to work those extra hours, because, we're behind at work, instead of looking at it from the perspective of having time off.
Yeah.
Just to breathe.
Now, I would say, even now, I know we have our friends that live in Ireland. So when they come, anything over 75 is like a heat wave to them, because they're just so used to the cold weather. Yeah. So, I just want to throw this little tidbit out there that, if you are in that dead winter state that you like to do stuff, and you're not a snowboarder or a skier, or you can only do it so much, I know that's maybe a passion for some people, but you don't necessarily have to go to, I would say, I wouldn't have to go to Hawaii, although it would be great to leave from Salt Lake to Hawaii or to the Caribbean. But even something that you could just get out of that dreary weather.
Yeah.
I mean, going somewhere to where, I mean, even though it's a little bit chilly to us here, that 40 to 50 degree difference and the sun was out on our face.
Beautiful.
It feels great.
Yeah.
You know, it feels great, you know. So just doing something different.
Yeah.
Because it is a mental thing, or you're good for your mental care.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a reason that the government mandated that everybody needs to take vacation. You know, they didn't say what time of year or when, but find a reason to do something for yourself,
Absolutely.
for your kids. Make memories. Go to work. You know, after you come back to work or school or whatever. They got a little tan. They're like, where did you go? You got a little sunbeam. You're like, yeah, I was at Aloha, you know, something crazy, you know, or you know, or even Mexico, Cancun.
You always feel the difference between being vacation tired and life tired.
Absolutely, vacation tired's always a good thing, because the first thing you do is you sit back and you start thinking about, oh my God, I remember last week I was doing this, or give yourself something to look forward to.
It's funny. It's like at home, it's like we can't really do not even 3,000 steps. And when we go on vacation, we can do 25 with like 25,000.
Right? Every day, 10 to 15,000 steps. Don't even think about it. We get our walking shoes. We wake up in the morning. And it's not till we get home or get back to the hotel room or wherever we're staying for dinner. And it's amazing. It's a different kind of energy level.
You know, and to those, you know, listening to us, my question is, have you ever come back from a vacation calmer, clearer, lighter, without knowing why? And your answer is that you hit the reset button in your life.
Yeah.
But, you know, think about it and let us know in the comments, you know, where were you at when you realized that, you know, it was good to like just to feel calm and lighter and clearer.
No, it is. Those are good things to think about, and that's what we wanted to do. We just wanted to bring that little tidbit to you because you know, it's a couple of factors we look at. And imagine this: when we go on vacation, you know, I know, and this is why I always encourage, you know, my grandkids get passports. I got my kids' passports. You know, imagine this: kids sitting in the classroom. And, you know, they're looking in a book. They can't do this. They're like, oh my God, I got to remember this stuff. You know, the monotonous stuff. We all been through school.
Right.
But taking a trip to Rome, example, just giving this in Rome. Because we got many places you can take in the United States where you're going and seeing the Mount Rushmore, whether you're going to Washington, D.C., or even going to your own state capital and learning something about your state. But we have all these cool places we can go. And looking, you know, in your book is different than actually looking physically and being in that place to where you would be able to, you know, read there, feel it, smell it, look around, and just be in that museum or the Smithsonian or seeing the Liberty Bell and things like that you read in the book. There's so many places that actually I looked in a book and never realized that I would actually be able to lay my eyes on these places in the world.
Yeah, exactly. And you're looking at it live right there.
So the best classroom is actually a vacation where you're going and you're doing something. It's the world. It's the best teacher. You know, my thing is always, one of my joking is like, you ask my grandkids, what did you guys do during the summer? Well, I had gelato. Oh, where did you go to gelato? Or I went to Disney. Where did you go to Disney? I went to Disney in Paris. I went to Disney in Tokyo.
There you go.
Somewhere that they'll be like, oh my God, what did you do? And he's like, oh yeah. And the rest of that experience, because that's what it is. It is a lifelong learning experience that we would go and we want to teach them. And we even do that today. And I know you are more of a history buff than I am.
I am.
And I know that you love to read and you talking about me. And God knows, I feel like I'm back in history class because I'm probably like this.
Stop it.
Right? You know what I mean? But just kidding. Not all the time.
Yeah.
But it is actually a good learning experience.
Absolutely.
So that is it's about the education.
Definitely.
And and when you do something and you learn something every day, it just relates to your own personal growth.
Absolutely.
Because and I think more so it helps you to open up your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you to view the world maybe from a different lens.
Mm-hmm.
But it also
Yeah.
open your mind up to be more open to other cultures, other food,
Yeah. People.
That is the
Kind
most
of rewires your perspective, doesn't it? Yeah, it rewires your perspective.
You look at life a little bit different. For me, I always say, what is my little saying? Seeing a boy's world through a man's eye. That means the things I may have learned about, I heard about, I thought about, and felt when I was younger, but I'm going and I'm doing them again, or I'm actually going somewhere to see this.
Yeah. That's what I'm actually looking forward to doing when we go to Japan. It's like seeing your old stomping grounds when you were a Navy SEAL.
We won't go see those stomping grounds. But we will see
the old stomping grounds.
You know, and it's funny because we laugh about that. And I remember, we're going to go take this trip and we're going to go see. And one of the biggest things, the timing is so we can see the cherry blossoms, and we'll see a part of that and be a part of that.
Yeah.
And I remember when people always talk about, oh my God, I want to see the cherry blossoms. I want to see the cherry blossoms. And I remember going to the park during the season and just looking at them. I'm like, wow, these are pretty. I'm like, wow, these are pretty.
What's so special about this?
Okay, hey guys, you guys got the beer? Let's go. I mean, we're sitting at the bench. I mean, it is amazing. But now, here I am, decades later, maybe, 2 or 3 days later. But I'm excited to go see that, which is see my old world, which was a boy's world, through my eyes now. Because now we're older. I have a little bit of appreciation.
You're grown now, huh?
Yeah, I have a little appreciation, and we're paying to go see this now. But it's a part of something, to see again.
Well, somebody paid last time too. It's just Uncle Sam.
Yeah, they paid. They paid all right. Yep. Worked me to death up in there, but that's okay.
No, I'm kind of looking forward to it as well. And again, I've never even gone to see the cherry blossoms in DC. So I'm actually looking forward to it. And in my mind, I have created the illusion that you could actually smell it. So I'm sure it's going to be a very beautiful smell.
Yeah. And just to be in that season and just to see those and
the rebirth.
And excited to see the photos, to be there, and just to be your sensories. And that's what I want to tell you. Traveling is all about sensories. Mm-hmm. It's touch, feel, smell, emotions, and it's okay because why go, people are like, well, what was it like? I'm like, did you like it? Yeah, it was all right. Why? It was like one of those questions that I was asked before. It's like, if you have season tickets to go see a team, you don't like them, why are you paying all this money? If you're going on vacation to do something for the experience, you're going on a cruise, why are you in your cabin?
Right.
Why are you in such a rush to go back to your hotel?
I honestly think that is, people think that if they sleep longer or rest longer or just sit around longer, that they're going to reset and feel less tired, when in reality, what you really need to do is just to do something that's different, see something that's different, experience something. Again, it's that sensory thing. It's like you see it, you touch it, you smell it, you hear it, all that kind of stuff. And again, it's like, I feel that most people think, oh, this weekend I'm going to sleep. I mean, we do it, I'm going to sleep longer. In the mornings, or on Saturday morning, we look at each other on Friday night. It's like, oh my God, we can sleep in. But in all reality,
in essence, we're still up early.
but we really do feel, or at least I do feel more energized once we are out and we're seeing, different parts of the world and seeing different experiences. And yes, I'm excited, and I probably get up just as early as when I'm home, getting ready to work. But it's a different kind of like, okay, I'm getting up and I'm going to go see, the Colosseum, or I'm going to go to Malta, or I'm going to go to Sicily, and, we're going to go hike Mount Etna. Well, we didn't hike Mount Etna, but you know what I mean.
Well, we went up a little bit. We didn't go way up that far,
But it's different. It's a different tired. And that is how you hit the reset button. It's not necessarily always by sleeping later, but maybe seeing other things and experiencing other things, and, having that extra glass of wine,
But it is, and I think, and I'll tell you this biggest thing is, and I always say this a lot. It is about disconnecting. It's about disconnecting from your daily grind, because things become mundane, and we sit there, we're over. Okay, and I always laugh at the Bugs Bunny cartoons that I used to back in the day, where you had the sheep and the dog, or the coyote and the dog, or whatever. They come in clocking in, hey Sam, hey, whatever. They clocking in and clocking out, and they go through the same things every day, every day until it's over. And that's what life is about.
Yeah.
And I think we do our best to shuffle those up to mix it up.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, when we're looking, because we have something to look forward to, and it's not something to deal with paying a bill.
No.
It's not something to deal with
all
going to work, all the emails, all the whatever, or sitting there watching the, oh my God, what's the weather? What's the news? That's your excitement for the day. Yeah. But it's truly about, you're getting certain endorphins, I think, started up.
I definitely think that your brain needs novelty to heal.
Okay.
I really do think that something new, an experience that you hadn't done something before, I really do think that it actually heals your mind, your body, and your soul.
You know what? I really could, and I don't think sometimes you want to put things into words, and I think that's kind of simple that people can really kind of understand and relate to. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It really is. We encourage that, because learning new experiences, again, it's open like trying new foods. You have to, let your palate open it up and cleanse your palate and do something different. Yeah. Like I said, if you're going to go on vacation, you're going to stay in your hotel room, or you're going to stay in your cabin. Yeah, you could say, what's the point to do that? Yeah. Now, I will say there are some things to where when we talk about the staycation, but people have to use that same concept. If you're going to go, if I live inland, I'm going to take a weekend to go to the beach and just hang out at the bar, hang out at the pool. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all of my daily activities and my daily, the hamster wheel stuff. I'm going to leave that at home. Yeah. So when we go on vacation, that's what we really try to do. We try to leave all that stuff at home, because when we do feel better.
You can pick it back up, when you come back. Because again, when you are looking at it from that perspective, it's like, I believe that traveling helps you remember who you really are outside of being Aya's dad, DeMarcus's dad, Henny's papa, Jace's papa, my husband's, whatever else it is.
All this stuff,
exactly. So it just gives you time to be you, how you like things, how you want things, how you want to experience things. I really do think that is how you get to be in touch with whom you really are. Because again, Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday, it's like you're somebody's parent, somebody's husband, somebody's wife, somebody's, daughter, because, we now have, aging parents. So we're always looking out of like, are they okay? Are they doing this? So we're taking care of, small kids, and then we're also taking care of aging parents, and then, all the emails at work. Well, I mean, it's the same thing. It's like, but you have to look at it from the perspective of one day your kids are going to leave your house, and you're going to look at your partner and you're going to wonder, hey, who the heck are you again?
Right. And you know what the biggest thing is that I think about for me when I go on vacation? I remember working quite a bit and, not taking time off, doing whatever. But when I did take a vacation, it was like a burnout recovery for me because I was sitting there and you just get so tired. And you know what? I would sleep probably 5 or 6 hours a night just because of how I was wired with the military and, prior law enforcement and doing things I did. And the only time that I had to be completely exhausted, or I started taking things that make me sleep. And that comes from...
Don't get excited, folks. It's just melatonin.
You're just exactly. You're just exhausted.
Yeah.
But you have to... And that's a form of burnout recovery, but it's a temporary one. It's a Band-Aid.
Yeah, it is.
It just gets you to, because how many people, when you wake up in the morning, your first thought is, I can't wait to get back in this bed.
Yeah. Because I do believe that exhaustion isn't always due to burnout, isn't always exhaustion. Sometimes it's numbness. It's you fall in that rut of the same day in and day out.
Yeah. Monotony.
Exactly.
So,
and that's why couples have to have time to themselves.
Date nights.
And they have to have time away from the kids, and...
Trust me, the kids need time away from you too. I was told that once or twice. Please go.
So that's how you have to look at it. And it's like sometimes it's like that burnout gets to be healed with a different experience. And that's where traveling comes in handy.
And that's where we like to share our experiences with you and things we do, because traveling opens our eyes up and it gives us a new perspective. And a perspective that hopefully we try to share with you in our own experience. Yeah. And it's funny, like I said, today is between departures, but literally it is between departures. So we want everybody to think about the mental recovery, think about why vacation, whether it's, mental care, whether it's, relationship repairs, whether you're talking about it's a burnout,
whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
You don't need an excuse. Okay, so if you need an excuse, we are officially giving you the permission to take that
use us as an excuse.
To take that, because it doesn't have to be like a super expensive vacation all the time. Maybe that weekend getaway, or that staycation, or that girls trip, or that guys trip.
And that's where you give me a call, because I can help you kind of navigate things.
Dr. Travel.
With the things you need to do, I can help you with that. So we really appreciate you guys.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Please comment, tell us your experiences, and just tell us one thing that you got from our podcast. We want to know that we're actually relating and getting to you guys, that something's there.
Where do they need that prescription written to?
Absolutely.
How about that? Let us know in the comments, where do you want to go?
Absolutely. And we can help you out with that. Yeah. So how we always tell you, travel safe, travel often, travel by Jay.
Bye, everyone.